All right, we're here with my 2022 Harley Lowrider S, also known as the FLXRS. I've been saying FXLRS, but this is the FLXRS as of 2022. But I paid $9,451 to get this motorcycle from the Copart auction. So far, I've bought 3 from Copart and 2 from the other insurance auction, IAA. And I'm gonna give you guys kind of a breakdown of what that $9,451 entails. So how do insurance auctions work? Well, when people wreck motorcycles, cars, boats, all of that, the insurance auctions, they pay out and then they take ownership of the vehicle and then they send it to the auction like Copart, IAA to make some of their money back. People like us, you watching, we can buy those back from the insurance auction and they're salvaged and then we can take them through the whole rebuild process and get a rebuild title for them. I do not have a dealer's license and I use the broker Auto Bitmaster. So I do have to pay a little bit more fees on top because I don't have the licenses, okay? But at this point, it's just a cost of business. If you truly want to get them without a dealer's license, this is what we have to do. So the auction final bid was $7,200. That is what I bid to win the motorcycle. On top of that, you have other fees. Copart auction fees, $953. Transaction fee, $288. I'm pretty sure that's Auto Bitmaster's broker fee. Documentation fee, $119. Ground shipping, this bike came from Cleveland, Ohio, $881. And also, CO2 emission surcharge, $10. With the shipping, my driver, they picked up the bike, sat there for 2 days, then dropped the bike. I had to get another driver and they picked it up a day late. So that means I ended up paying a $5 storage fee. Not too bad, still annoying, but I ended up getting the bike from a Thursday. They picked it up and I think it was delivered on a Tuesday and I had the bike riding on the street on Wednesday. So not too bad. So in total, $9,451. So the reason I want to break that down is because a lot of people think, oh, you paid that much for the bid, but in reality, there's a lot more fees that get stacked on top of that. So the reason I picked this bike specifically is because it had a 117. The engine was leaking, but it was a simple crankshaft position sensor, not that big of a deal. And also I knew I wanted a Lowrider S. Also, when I look for bikes, I try to find them in my surrounding area. I don't want bikes in California, Washington, New Mexico, Nevada, because I'm going to spend thousands on shipping, probably like $2,000, might be a little bit more than that coming from California. So I look for bikes in my area like Texas, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, my Super Chief, also Mississippi, Louisiana. My Super Chief came from Florida. I think I only paid like less than $500 for ship. It might even been less than $400. And I think it only took 3 days to get here. So it really depends on what you're looking for, what bikes are available at the time. Even after I bought this bike 2 months later, another Lowrider S that I was looking at, 2022, it went for $5,800. And I don't remember if it was a 114 or a 117, but I do think I may have paid a little bit more than I probably should have for this bike by maybe $700 to $1,000. But either way, I have this bike. It is what it is at this point. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it back fixed. But I think a new Lowrider S is around, with a 117 is around $18,800. And right now I'm only like 10.2 to 10.5 into it. So it's not that bad. One thing to note when you're getting bikes through a broker, specifically with Auto Bitmaster, they do not allow you to go to the shipping yard or the auction yard to get the motorcycle. You have to go through their shipping, and their whole logic is it's a liability. But I do have another broker that I use with IAA, Bid Export. I do not have to use their shipping. I can physically go get it. But in most cases, I just use the shipping that's available to me through them because they handle all the dispatching, all of that. All I have to do is just click a button, my title, the shipping, all that. The bike just shows up and it's just done. So $9,451. That is what it costs to get this bike from a website, Copart auction, to my front door, everything included. So I do think I made a good deal. It's coming along and it's just a continued work in progress like everything else. So I hope you got some value from it. If you have any questions, hit me up. I'm an open book about this stuff, and I truly have a passion for wreck bikes, and I just love these things. They're fun tinkering with them and taking all the broken bits off and figuring out how you're gonna put everything back together. So it's definitely a puzzle. So yeah, thanks for listening to my story. And if you're subscribed, which I hope you are, so you don't miss everything going on with this and everything else in here, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.